So I'm here in the boat. It's nighttime after work. The days are very short now. A lot less light to play with. I'm trying to start designing my anchor locker the way it needs to be. There's never been like a deck pipe installed or anything, so that helps a little bit. I don't have to work around previous stuff, but I have to figure out how I want to glass in a shelf and a retaining wall for all the road and still have room for the hoses and stuff that have to go in there. I got my cool windlass picked up last weekend, $100, super stoked. Got my 35-pound Delta style anchor. Got my bow roller recently. I bought a couple different kinds before I found the one that actually is going to make sense to work. So let's go back. Here's what I'm working with, starting off. There's a shelf made in there. There's a little removable floor. It's been cut. So that might, I don't think that's going to come in very handy. Maybe I'll keep it down below. I'm thinking about glassing my shelf in closer to like this level, and then I'll have a wall that goes up here like to retain everything. So I have to take this out tonight, and I might even use this, paint it with penetrating epoxy, or maybe I'll just use this my template, but I'm gonna bring it down, see where it kind of falls, what makes sense, and then I'd like to put in like a retaining wall here that goes all the way down and put a drain into this so that any of the moisture or water that comes in with the chain and the road will drain to my bilge. So that's the project tonight, is to get this. I brought some cardboard to try to cut the templates for the sides, to try to figure out what that's going to look like. So let's start taking this thing apart. This is a false floor that kind of sits here. These are the hoses that go to my water tank. So this is the fill and the vent for the water tank. So I want to build like a wall. Like I want to build the wall kind of like here. I would like to kind of keep it like contained to that. So I have this small area in here to keep free for these hoses and just for extra space, and try to keep all the road forward of this wall. But I think the wall will go up higher than this. It might make sense to make a shorter wall and then an additional wall that comes down on top of it that I can remove to get to the road if I have to. But if something gets tangled up, I want to be able to climb in and deal with it. So that's what I'm doing right now, is trying to figure out the next step in this process. This thing fits pretty good right here, but not the right angle. But gives me an idea as to what it's going to look like, you know. This is that little false floor. This goes straight, like this hole down here goes straight under the V-berth to like storage areas. So having this little thing here is good. I want to make a new one since it's a little wacky. Doesn't seem like it was cut out very well. I mean, pretty difficult to do, I guess. I'm going to find out all about it, I'm sure. So now I think I will get me some cardboard and play with the idea of this wall first of all. Maybe I should, let's try this out. kind of seems like a good height, I think. Yeah, I kind of like that actually. And then it falls with this edge. So then when I make my retaining wall, that'll be fiberglass. This will be glassed in all the way, and then this wall will glass in as well to this, so it's a good bracing. And then I'll put a drain on the initial shelf that goes here. But this seems like a good shape and everything. I can use this as a template to cut new marine ply, and then just come in. So that's awesome. That takes out some of the guesswork right away. Wow, yeah, stoked. So, and I think that's plenty of room for the, I mean, I got an absurd amount of road. I got 600 feet of rope road, 3-strand, and then I want to attach that, splice that to, I would like to splice it to 200 feet of chain, but I'm going to just see what chain I have. I know I have 150 foot length, but there's a couple other bags of chain in there. I need to pull them out, but I want to get them like all re-dipped and everything before I put everything together. So we'll see, but I want to have, you know, it's close to 800 feet, which seems absurd. Seems like a lot, but just the anchorage is here in Southern California, off Catalina, where I'll be doing a lot of anchoring before I leave for the world. A lot of the anchorages are close to 100 feet, and I just want to have more than enough in any circumstance. So it's better to just get it done now, take care of it. So that's where I'm at. I guess I'll go ahead and play with this. Maybe I can prop this up. Get some measurements on here. So I'm cutting some cardboard. I cut it to a 12-inch width, because that's what I know I want my shelf height at. I'm gonna try 25.5 just because I didn't bring a lot of cardboard to mess up. So, 25.5. Oh yeah, glad I did that. So there you go, 25.5. So, that's that part. Right now I'm just tracing this line, cutting this even, and then it'll extend out on the actual wood to make up anything that's not accounted for in this corner. Okay, so I got the template all taped up. Check this out, see how it falls. That's gonna go right around here somewhere. feet a little bit, kind of killed all the light. So that's that. That's kind of how that'll be. I can still get over it, climb over and into it if I have to. I think it's high enough to hold all the road in a little nest. I can easily do an extension on top of this that can be removable, so that's cool. So that's that. Now I got to get some marine ply to make this wall and the new shelf, the bottom shelf. Yeah, it should be cool. I'm gonna put in some shelf brackets similar to these ones you see on that were previously here, underneath the shelf that's gonna have the drain on it, and I'm gonna glass it all into the hall. So this will be glassed in. The bottom, this wall will be glassed in. All of it will be permanent. And then I'll have like a strainer bronze. I don't know, probably bronze or plastic strainer cover like you would have on a through hole on the bottom of this shelf, so the water can go there, and then I'll have a hose that takes it from here aft to my bilge. I don't expect there's going to be too terrible amount of water coming in, but I want to have it drain out. I know some people drill a hole in their hole and just let it drain right here, but I'm not into that. I'm sure it's perfectly safe, but I don't want to do that. I'm just gonna have it drain into the bilge. So there we go. Made some progress, after work progress tonight on this. Makes me happy. It's been on my mind for a while. I have all the elements to get my whole anchor setup done, so it's nice to start moving forward on it. Just want to get it all installed so I can go to the island whenever I want and have one more big project out of the way, you know? Getting ready to cut out my retaining wall for my anchor locker and my shelf for my anchor locker. This is the original shelf, and now it works as the template for my new one. I drew it out on marine ply. I made it real tight because this shit's so expensive. So now I'm going to go ahead and cut it out.